And we're
And
live.
we're live. Hello. We didn't plan that, by the way. That was pretty swag.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. Welcome back to the Dashback episode number 7.
Wow.
It's been a good amount of time.
It's been a
We,
month and a half since the last
yeah,
episode.
yeah, yeah. It's been less. I think it's been like a month.
But like
Well,
nothing even happened, so
yeah, not much really even
only a
happened. So
new
it's gonna,
character,
it's
like
two
3 tournaments.
tournaments. Yeah, it's a couple patches here and there,
Yeah.
some
No
major engine
biggie.
changes, some major engine changes that have changed the
hmm
game completely.
But
But
basically
uh,
nothing
all
besides
that
that.
and more coming up. So, man, how you doing, man?
I'm tired,
Yeah, yeah,
but
me
otherwise pretty
too.
good.
Otherwise, pretty damn good. So let's just jump right into
Let's
it. We got some
jump.
things to cover. We're gonna go sort of in take a look back at some of the tournaments
hmm
that we need to cover from a ways back, starting with the Hungry Games. I forgot this happened until I opened up our document for the episode, and it was the
hmm
first thing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." And pretty much the only real neat, nifty thing that happened was Zeus to Goose taking a set off of Marlon. He did
Yeah.
win, or he did lose the tournament,
hmm
but taking a set off
I
Marlin
was
offline, online or not, yeah.
yeah, I was very impressed with how Zeus played. He also beat Ion in the Crag Ditto in the lower finals.
Oh
And
yeah,
I think he could have won the whole thing if he wasn't so damn tired. You could tell he ran out of steam in the
yeah, yeah,
reset.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
remember watching,
but I was,
and he said
yeah,
that, yeah.
very happy to see Zeus succeed. Wasn't the only thing he succeeded in too, because he also won Dan's Wedding Bash, which was a fun little
Oh,
event. Nothing too crazy,
indeed,
not too many names, but
yeah,
shout
yeah.
outs Dan's Wedding Bash.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout outs to Dan Running Bash. Zeus taking it. Zeus is he's a real player. He's a real
Yeah,
damn player. It's easy. Like he has this space in my mind because of his general demeanor and like the way he carries himself, which is very great and very positive.
yeah.
But in my mind, a lot of the time, I'm like, yeah, it's the silly VTube streamer or 2D
PNG
VTube
tuber.
streamer, yeah, PNG tuber that like farms on Wi-Fi. But nah, this guy's the real
He's the
deal.
real deal.
He's real, and I can't wait to see him some more
I mean,
eventually.
yeah,
So
me too.
our next sort of tier of event was Hitfall 3.5, a classic zero point 0.5 entry in the Hitfall series. It was a very, very fun tournament to spectate. I was super excited because Vibe was there, who's a Claren that is quite the damn grinder. And Vibe actually took a set, I think game 5 against Cheesy Potato. So
Mhm.
W, we're up. I think I actually eventually lost to Elkies, but you know,
Yeah.
also game 5, but it was a damn
Actually,
heartbreaker.
when I
So
yeah,
yeah,
when I
lost to Elkies
Elkies
and
and
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, and that's
What
tough. But
I really liked about Hitfall was so after Genesis, there were some Rano down players coming out because there weren't many good Ranos at Genesis. And then there were like 4 at this event, which is cool,
oh yeah,
including Toothbrush, who managed to take a set off of Cake, took the first to the grand finals, then got 3 out in the reset,
yeah,
forcing Cake onto the fleet again, which is fun to watch. But I think
it's a
Toothbrush
surprising second place.
had a pretty good tournament. Also, he made a video about it. I haven't actually watched it yet, but he had a little video on his channel we need to check out. Iota on
Yeah,
the Orcane also had a pretty good tournament, beating Elkies, who had a good tournament herself, beating out Switch. It was a nice
mhm,
event for especially because it wasn't like massive by any means, and like
yeah.
a rivals event exclusively, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like the stakes were that crazy for this one. It felt more like often like Hitfall is like a celebration of rivals. It
hmm
was super fun. I mean, when you're getting losers quarters matches like Barking Frog Toothbrush for 5th, like that's super fun. It's just
Yeah.
super fun. It's
Through
yeah.
here,
So it's a super good
whenever
tournament.
through here, getting
Not
everything.
much honestly to
Yeah.
harp on
Other than Elkies
other
won
than those
every
things.
bracket except The Rivals 2 singles, one Workshop, one Rivals 1. It's good stuff from her.
Yeah, super good. She's on the up. Super fun
Mm.
player to watch. So that is very nice, but let's go ahead and move things on to a tournament of slightly higher caliber. Of course, I'm talking about Battle of BC 7.
All right, we're gonna get into some games
This
here. This is gonna be the
was-
first set on stream.
Some are calling it the
But
best
no.
top 8 that Rivals
Doing
2
it
has
for a
had
very long
so
time,
far.
so
I
Some
think
are calling that.
I'd be inclined to agree. I think
Yeah.
the only thing that really gives it a run for its money is Genesis, but honestly, I think this was better. I mean,
Yeah.
Klup's run at Genesis definitely made it, but I think, look, no shade, it was EE Toph that commentated top 6 at Genesis Rivals 2, but
Yep.
but Nurse and Copter and Fabs
Oh my God,
absolutely
yeah.
killed it.
Dude,
They were
I was
so
watching
good.
back. I was watching back the VODs for this
Mhm.
just earlier today, and like I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be watching the footage. Like I wanted to see Cake Assault versus Beastly,
Yeah.
and I'm like looking back at the footage, and all I can like, I'm just dialed in on how good Fabs and Nurse are.
They're
I think
so
they
good.
are the two best commentators that Rivals has right now.
Yeah.
It's so hard not to lock in. Like Lore Drop, we commentated quite a bit of Valorant last year, you and I,
Mhm.
as a duo, and we put a lot of work into that. So, man, Fabs and Nurse are so good, dude.
They're the
they're
real
such a
deal.
fun to watch. But let's talk gameplay. Let's talk
Yeah,
gameplay.
let's talk about
That aside,
should we go top to bottom, sort of?
top to bottom.
Or do you have or should we talk about Beastly first?
We should talk about Beastly
Let's
first.
do it. Let's do it. Because he
Because-
managed to beat out
Damn.
Cake Assault after losing to him first of all, but beat him in the lower finals. I think he was playing extremely tight after losing to
Yeah.
Cake.
Listen, can you throw up their first set in winter
First set
semis?
for sure.
Yeah, just the first game of the first set. Because here's the thing about this matchup is we were talking to Revelo 2112, talking to him about this matchup, and he said back air. He said he was gonna mash back air in neutral, like, and it really sort of hit me
Yeah.
watching this first game. Look at the back airs. He was like,
lot of
he
back
literally he
airs.
told to me, he's like, what is Zetterburn gonna do about it? Fucking nothing. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's pretty silly, but maybe it's a hyperbole. And then I went back and I watched these sets, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Look at the back airs. Look at the stage control that Cake is taking and maintaining with the back air, because for Zetterburn really can't challenge it. Really struggles to challenge it.
He would have to like
meaningful way.
land above with like a dare or something. But like,
Yeah,
that's not
which is especially
depends
hard
the
on this
sta-
stage.
Yeah, I think depending on the stage, you could get away with it. Like maybe like fucking Rockwall or something could work.
Yeah, but so the point is, the game plan was pretty consistent in all 3 games of this first set. It was a 3-0 for Cake. But when they met again in losers finals, if you want to go ahead and go to that, if you want to go to no, this game 2 is an outrageous game.
Is this the comeback, right? From Beastly?
Yeah. This is the
so
last
good.
stock. Beastly was at like 150% on the last stock, and it's a crazy game. This is a momentum player. If you want to just keep it, no, just keep it. Just keep it. Go back.
All right,
Because Beastly does 9 shines in a row in this game, and I think it's important that I think maybe even sure, this is fine. Beastly does. Oh, dude, this is the fucking. Zetterburn is such a character. So, what I took away from this was I don't know if Beastly like how much goes into like a rematch like this, if you really sit down and try to think of like where it went wrong, or if it's entirely possible that he just was playing so hot, coming off some really nice wins and losers, just beating Spargo before this, who he has a losing record against, I believe, or did until that set. And just like the momentum, dude, like those double undershine forward strong. I am a few seconds behind because I have to watch the stream on YouTube. But like, is this the comeback? This isn't the comeback.
No, I think it was a different. I can't remember.
He started the stock at
because I watched.
No, it was on this stage. It was on this stage, but he started the stock at Was it not on the stage? Am I smoking? There's no other game
Was
on
it
the stage.
on? I don't know.
It must be
I
game
know.
3, I want to say.
Yeah.
I know the 9 Shines is on Merchant Port, but we don't really have to take a look at that. That's kind
Yeah, I think.
of propaganda.
Is it?
So
Or was it in a different? Oh wait. No, is that replay? Oh, here we go. No, that was. Wait, what?
wait, it was to win the set then.
Yeah, was it? Was it the game? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was. Yeah, it was game 5.
No way. Okay.
Yeah, I watched this like
Uh,
maybe we watched this like a week ago because we were gonna
yeah.
we were gonna do this episode a week
Oh,
ago.
dude, yeah. Oh man, we've been putting this off since Thursday, but no matter.
Yeah.
So I think like the biggest thing, Cake Assault does stick early on into this set, with the game plan of like, the back airs, the
Yeah.
down airs, and if you're getting too comfortable, he'll run in with a forward cape and like, really make it happen, and maybe a jab to check things out. So that game plan was still strong, but Beastly was just playing monstrous and was able to like put
It felt like
able to
especially
really put the hurt
yeah.
on the
It
advantage
felt like
state.
especially his punish game was extremely clean this game. The whole set even actually more than just the whole set across all of his like losers games. He was playing super tight, like making very few mistakes. Honestly, just very very impressive from Beastly. I was super happy to see him succeed. Also to take Marlon to the distance. If you want to switch gears, talk about him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Marlon at this
yeah.
event, before this top 8 was in the hospital, something was gravely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we ever found out what, but he was not feeling his A game, which I think is scary to think about,
I agree.
because watching back both this set and the Cake Assault set, like the punish was on point. He was missing a lot of like specifically like a lot of hydroplane stuff, maybe just some
Mhm.
like minor movement stuff that would have made the win a little bit more easy, but Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I think this is certainly the best we've seen him since he got his suspension end of last year.
Yeah.
I think his punish, like you were saying, was extremely clean. I think he, especially in the Zetterburn matchup, which with if you ask pretty much any Orcane main, they'll say it's like +2 for Zetter.
Yeah.
He had a very good game plan of just trying to get Beastly off stage with the forward throws. And then he was doing a fantastic job in pretty much all of his games about using Puddle or using Neutral B, the droplet, as a combo extender. He made really, really cool use of that. Something I want to definitely incorporate. But he was getting like an extra 3-4 hits off of landing a Puddle or landing a droplet mid combo. Some very interesting stuff. His movement pretty clean, like you're saying. There's some hydroplane mistakes I noticed. I think in the Cake Assault set he made a couple of those.
Yeah.
But overall, scary stuff for Marlon. And he definitely back in form for him.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and play game 4, the last game of the winners finals, the Cake Assault Marlon.
Yeah, that rock wall.
Yeah, the last stock specifically. The whole game's pretty good, but like the last stock is outrageous. It is one of the most like intense, insane. Cake Assault, like you can argue, dropped it twice. I think he was one frame off from a back air on the left side, and then just kind of was playing too intelligently on the right side with the dash dances.
I mean, I don't really understand what happened with those dash dances. We'll see it in a moment, but like I feel like he just kind of like tossed it.
He just didn't. He was just I think he thought that he was like, okay, my win condition right now, combust, and he wanted to hit like a raw combust, and his brain was pretty much like, if I grab his shield, then that's not a combust. Like, do you know what I mean? It's definitely one of the things I'm looking back, and after his recent announcement that he's going to play more stupid, I'm looking at that and I'm being like, that's one of the things probably that he was really talking about. Look at those double, like, triple drop from Marlon to kind of close it out early, and then all this clone stuff on the side is so crazy. Good. It's just insane. Oh my god, such a sick set. So
yeah, definitely some misses from Cake, and then maybe it's like you were saying that playing a
Yeah.
little too down there. We just see the down air that he fast
There's
fell
the
or
back
back
air. There's
air
the back
rather,
air. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then here
And
like I don't
then
know, like you
full
could just
full
down
combo.
strong there,
Yeah,
running
the
up
thing, because the
B's.
thing is, like, dude, he might have like it's kind of absurd to go to puddle there as Marlin.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe maybe threw him off.
I'd definitely be like, what? Like,
Hmm.
it just doesn't make sense. Um, not to cope, but I could, because I do think watching a lot of this gameplay, that Kakasol is moving still in the right direction.
Yeah,
Um, I think a lot of his clone conversions, not even just like those crazy combos, but like edge guarding with the clone,
yeah.
punishing the wall tech after they tech the clone for to recover, comboing into that, and definitely made a note to pull more combusts in all of his
Hmm.
sets, like when he thought it was a really strong win condition. So
I could
it's some good advancements, I think, some good signs for
definitely.
Cake.
I think we also saw a lot of that in Hitfall. He added a lot of layers to his edge guarding that I think weren't there before. A lot of stuff with like he would run out, send the clone, and then like have it fall. But sometimes he would to as a mix up flip, and then he'd go out and like edge guard with a deep down air or something to send farther away. That was back at Hitfall, and I think he that last stock notwithstanding, I think definitely had some good moments. I think still improving in this game, despite him citing some lost motivation, which we'll talk about a little bit later with the Cake Assault Direct.
Sure. Let's talk a little bit more. Spargo got
Spargo,
fourth place
very
at
exciting.
this event. That is pretty damn good. Uh, did lose to Beasley, and God, I can't remember who beat him in winners. I think it was pretty early.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Maybe not like early, but it was in top 32.
Oh, W limbed by Beastly.
Oh, dude, that's tough, buddy.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. That's super tough.
It was
But
dope to see Spargo back since he didn't play Rivals at Genesis. And he seems to be, I mean, doing pretty well. You watched a lot more as the Clarion player. You watched a lot more of the Clarion gamers out in this tournament. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Spargo?
dude, he is such a fucking he is so shameless, bro. He is so shameless. If you are approximately F smash distance away, he's ripping it and you're getting hit. It's he is such like, and I love him for it. And it's like he gets his wins. He has like these set plays. His punishes are methodical. They are planned out. They are optimal. He has a really incredible understanding of the neutral game, and like positioning, how to
That kill is
play
so, that dying
defensively.
as Crag. It's at 57 and dies. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. He's relentless. He's absolutely relentless. We like this set was kind of a meme for a
Mm-hmm.
while, like
Like
the inevitability of Spargo ZB. Like, we wanted to protect Spargo from having to play ZB, but then Spargo came out and is just like ripping stocks away like he does, like because no player is truly special to Spargo. He believes that he can and will beat everyone in the venue if given the opportunity.
yeah.
So that's what I think about Spargo. I was low key kind of hate watching like this set. I was low key, like, believe it or not, I was rooting for ZB, because right before this, Spargo matched up against Rongunshu, who is my goat, and he was underseeded at this event and placed his seed. So I guess he wasn't underseeded, but like, yes he shut the fuck. Yes he was. Um, it's just so
Who did
this
Rangunchu
was a
lose to besides Spargo?
Cake Assault, I believe.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a banger.
Yeah, it was an absolute banger. So yeah, I it's unfortunate that Rangunshu
Mm-hmm.
had to bow out at seventh. I really thought he was a contender for taking the whole tournament, but Spargo does not care. Was not concerned with any of that. and just simply had like the way better punishes on the day. I think Rangunchu's
Yeah.
bag of tricks wasn't deep enough. I don't think he was finding the value that he needed. And I was a little bit sad after. But you know what? It's Rangunchu's first offline tournament since LACS
Damn.
in freaking December. So we're all good.
We're
I
all
think
good.
he's gonna be fine. He's gonna continue to compete too. That was so good. Yeah. So that was my thought. So those are two Claren players.
Yep.
I can go ahead and talk about the third one
Go
real
for
quick.
it.
That is Gengar, who is a phenomenal player, and I think one of the most improved players since the release of the game. Quite frankly, unfortunately, had to play Mystery Soul for 7th, which doesn't sound too unfortunate because it's Claren Fleet, but these two are they're both, I think, Pacific Northwest. Mystery
Mhm.
Soul's ranked number 1 on the PR, and Gengar's number 2. It's because they both kind of farm everyone, and Mystery Soul kind of farms Gengar. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely some hope and some cope for different characters, different players. Like Fleet can beat Claren. Like
Yeah.
you could argue that maybe there's like a skill gap, but I really don't think there is. I really think that these are two phenomenal top level players, and Mystery Soul has an incredibly solid game plan and incredibly potent punish game.
Yes.
And edge guarding, which is really where Claren can struggle and Fleet can excel. So
I
he's able
think
to average
I think
that.
Mystery Soul is the wrong Gunchu of Fleet players in terms of how creative his punish game is.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
was super impressed and very happy to see him back. He's another player I haven't really seen since LACS. I think he played in one other
Yeah, like
offline
he's like
tournament,
one of them,
but I
but
can't quite remember what it was. Regardless, cool to see him playing at the highest level once again. I want to like go back and watch some of his sets in a bit more detail, just to see all the stuff he was doing. Because I mean, we saw some just earlier in the VOD playing right now, but he's got some very creative setups. He's obviously been sick with the movement, and this is before the ECB changes. And
yeah.
he's been posting a couple clips to Twitter, with some nasty things thanks to those. So
Yeah.
Fleet might be back.
Before ECB and before Fleet Snare was frame 3. So
Oh yeah,
some crazy things that could happen in the
craziness.
future. This is a player to watch out for. This is a player, it's by the dip. But okay. I mean, there's not really much else I want to talk about
Yeah,
on this tournament. It was a phenomenal top 8.
definitely. I
Wow.
think
Okay.
besides Cake was sponsored for this event, just for this
Yeah.
event, it would seem by Communism, which I
Yeah.
truthfully hadn't heard of until this. But now I
He's
know, which
he's
is
a
I guess that's why
Smash
they sponsored
guy.
him, because now I know about them.
Yeah,
So good
that's true.
stuff.
Smash
See these
guy.
things.
Super cool.
Dope.
Yeah. Let's
Let's talk about some
push
announcements.
onward. Yeah, let's talk about a couple of headliners,
Couple headliners.
Headliners.
Hang on, let me make sure I got the right one. Nope. R2CS announced.
Oh yeah.
I'm very
Rivals
excited for this. For those who don't know, the Rivals team had the Rivals Championship Series, RCS. They did 8 seasons in Rivals 1, where they basically like, these are the official events, or like these are partnered events sort of, where they just like say, Combo Breaker is a part of the RCS circuit, and then some other events usually ending in Genesis every February ish. They ran 8 seasons of that. They had an online season as well. It's just their official esports scene. And now it's back for Rivals 2. I thought they were going to announce this at Genesis. Took a little longer, but I'm excited to get it started up once again. Cake Assault won pretty much every season except for like 3 in Rivals 1. So it'll be cool to see with this new game with more players how sick the competition can be at these official events.
I agree wholeheartedly. It's really good to have an official circuit backed by the developers, to give it that seal of approval, and maybe a little extra cash money
Yeah, I mean they
going on,
talk.
as well
Yeah,
as like the skins, which help the prize pool immensely.
yeah, we've already seen them do skins for some events. Some contributing to the prize pool. I think some might, or
Some not, yeah, yeah,
yeah, but they talked about that already. They got a couple online super majors. They said, which I know some people have some mixed opinions about because I think in general, like the online events tend to favor the East Coast players in terms of ping and all that. Um, but
Cool.
regardless, it'll be cool. I imagine they'll be weighted less than the in-person events. But these are going to be the events that like you're going to see more players going to because like doing well in them gets you up in the rankings, can get you like uh top like flight packages, travel stuff for the finals, which is presumably going to be at Genesis next year. Um, we got what 6 events confirmed for this: Combo Breaker, Riptide, CEO, Supernova, Evo,
Gommel.
and Gommel, and then
Yeah.
2 online events, and then that's all we have for now. But they mentioned that there's going to be more in the fall, so I'm very excited to have this official esports circuit coming in.
Yeah, super cool. A lot to look forward to. It gives you a nice list of events to really look out for, both for players and spectators. Like, I wasn't really sure about Riptide. Like, I know we're going to Collision,
Yeah.
and now Riptide. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that's real juicy. I'm thinking that's
Mm-hmm.
real nice. Try to get Menderbug on the board. You know what I mean? So yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Happy to have dev support
Yeah.
like this, especially coming from a scene that is adjacent to Smash Brothers, and which is really crazy. There's like, oh my god, no, I won't. I was about to. Nintendo stocks. I don't want to mess with them right now. They got shooters out here.
They
So
do.
let's trek onward.
Let's talk about the more maybe the bigger announcement. Of
Yeah, the
course,
more
we had
pressing things.
the Cake Assault Direct.
It comes for us all.
He hosted a direct just a couple
Mhm.
days
I
ago
need
where
to
he talked a bunch
rethink
about
my
his
gameplay.
future and his things.
Yep,
And
he's
I
big
really
gameplay.
plan on and
is that he's going to play. Is there audio for this clip? Do you want him to?
I just
take
had it.
away,
It's
or-
I went too far.
It's a random point.
So anything his
be
gameplay.
like a top level competitor.
He said he's gonna
Um,
get stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. He said he said, man, he's losing more than he used to. He figures the issue must be he is too intelligent. I salute you. That is 100% true. It's never the opponent playing well. It's they're stupid and you're awesome.
Yep.
Remember that always. So you need to get on their level. He needs to play more stupid, maybe spam a couple more back airs. So that's all good and well. In this, he also announced his plans to stream a lot more, open up coaching,
Yep.
amongst other things. So,
I want to say he talked about how he was planning on he was basically going to everything before, and now he's not going to every event. And then he like lists all the event he's planning on going to, and then like next year, and he's going to basically all of them still.
yeah.
So like good for him. I mean, he's on that the $5 signs. As he put it, he's only got $5 signs left.
That's bad news.
That's bad news. You really don't want to be below $6 signs.
Yeah.
But he's opened up coaching, which is super exciting. A pretty reasonable rate, honestly.
Oh yeah.
$30, 30 minutes, $50 for an hour. It's dope. I'm so happy for him to be streaming.
Yeah.
Just to watch him. He's also he's a very funny guy.
He's a very personable, very hilarious person. Yeah.
In this
It's
stream,
very
him and Stango, they made the tier list. They also played the Sisyphus game. I forget what it's called. They're a very funny duo. They should start a podcast. We need more podcasts, and I think they should
We
start.
need more
now
podcasts. They should call it the
Wow.
dash in. The dash.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Cake Assault Direct. Just some quick headliners from our
Also,
our
yeah.
goat.
Never mind. I'll talk about that later.
Never mind.
We'll talk
Okay.
about that freaking later.
Let's press onward because last
Alright,
Friday
just before we start.
was Twitch Rivals
Rival is
of Aether 2. And I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
dead ass. I couldn't find time to watch this.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to.
So I
we
have
have
some
here.
thoughts on this event. First of
Okay.
all, it was very fun. The way it worked is there were 4 teams, they each with a coach, which was like a top player, and then there were 3 tiers below them of where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness. I want to quickly shout out Ep1C, Epic. He's been doing videos about all the different like big events and making little edits of them together. And since there's no like VODs for this on YouTube, I'm using his video or their video. I'm not sure. So shouts out. Very nice. But where's the team graphics? I see it in the there. Oh my god, it's there for a frame. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Team Full Stream, Cake Assault, Luck, and Ion. Where the teams, what you can't see is that we got Cody Schwab here and Void. This was a very fun to watch. So I had some issues with it, though,
Okay.
because the way this works. So
Great.
every you like it went like teams played one another and they had their beginner player, which is like Connor Eats Pants versus Tier Zoo, and then they have the next tier play. And it was a little hard to follow, truthfully, with
Yeah.
4 teams, because like the broadcast had the 3 commentators, but it would also like tune into the individuals' perspectives and hear like everyone talking in the Discord. And they had like teams were playing. There were 2 games happening at every time, so it was kind of hard to follow. I mostly just ended up like sticking to individual POVs. I watched some Ludwig, I watched some Ion, watched some Cake, watched some Connor Eats Pants. So it was very fun. I think specifically Team Luck had was very fun to watch. Some fun, hilarious vibes going on there.
That is a sick team.
Mango, Luck, Zane, Ludwig, Sage-Am. It was good vibes. Team Ion ultimately won the whole thing in a very spectacular fashion because they ended up tying with what team was Team Cake Assault. They went like 2-2 against each other effectively, and then they had to break the tie with Cake and Ion facing off in a sick best of 3 with Fleet featuring Fleet and Forsburn from Cake and Crag and Olympia from Ion. It was fun to watch. If I were to if they did something like this again, I think they should just have each tier play each other like across the board. So like have like Connor and Tier Zoo and Sage-Am and was it CJ all face at the same time, and then the next tier rather than do like one team versus one team. And it was honestly kind of overstimulating sometimes when they had the 4 teammates all in the voice call plus the 3 commentators. But overall, I think this was a very fun event. A huge prize pool, which is sick for everybody.
What was it?
It was like here we go. We got like $6,000 to the winning team, and then just like 5,500 something for second. It was so very if you got last, the team got $4,250. So that's pretty nice.
That's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Yeah. I have a question. Aren't Twitch Rivals events more like chaotic like this and like for fun rather than about competitive integrity?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
A lot of my criticisms were from the viewer's perspective.
Yo, did our cameras disappear?
Oh yeah. I think if I do something on the other monitor, hang on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I gotta get all the next clips up.
No, I just know it from Minecraft, where there's just freaking like several dozen people just talking and screaming and just playing Minecraft minigames. So
yeah,
that's more or less what I expected.
It was a lot of fun. I think that it could have an improved viewership experience, improved viewers experience, but regardless, I think it was extremely fun. I hope they do more. Um, but it was cool. And it was
Cool.
cool to see Void
Oh, yeah.
playing again because he hasn't played much in a
Absolutely.
while.
Absolutely. Completely a valid criticism. Let's go ahead and move on. Speaking of criticism, we're going to be talking about Olympia. Because
Olympia.
Olympia released just about 2 weeks ago. And many are saying that she wasn't play tested and is actually
You know?
like giga broken, like insanely just insane. I think Zeke put out a matchup chart as well
with
today.
so apparently today Beastly had another account get Ethereum rank where he was called, what was it called, Dandelion or something?
Dandelion, yeah.
Yeah,
Dandelion.
which was only Olympia, and then him and Zeke did this matchup chart today, saying basically she wins everything. Is even against Rano, Raster, and Crag, but beats everybody else.
How can she be even against Crag? I just don't understand. I don't
I don't know.
understand. I don't know how you can beat everyone above and then go even with Crag. But you know what?
I guess they both just kind of combo each other.
Like,
That's just kind of all they do.
but surely she does it better. And
I don't
surely
know.
we can throw the crystal. Surely crystal is one of the best ways to edge guard Crag. I don't know. I'm not a connoisseur. I
Mhm.
believe though. I believe in the
Yeah.
matchup chart. Yeah. Olympia. We did a stream on the day of the patch where we played a bunch of Olympia. I've played a bunch of her since, and she has things that she really does not need to have. I think
Mhm.
the crystal dash, like if you hit the crystal and then you dash into it as like pretty much a confirm in most situations.
Yeah.
It's super broken for no reason. She has the best up air in the game, and that is not a controversial thing to say. The triple back air is absolutely gross. Up B nukes people off the side and the top.
Mhm.
Forward air also nukes people. So there's like a lot of things you have to be worried about. Not only just like a raw, dude, how did that kill? Not only just like a raw fair, but also like confirms both into the forward air and into the up special. She is so fast in her moves. This is a Make-A-Wish character. I'm gonna be real. This is like
Yeah.
I
This clip might be my favorite of the ones we have.
yeah, man, that is really crazy. She just has so many, like if you get a special pummel off, like your opponent should die. If you
Yeah.
hit them with the crystal, your opponent should die. If you get them in the crystal, your opponent should die. If you up throw them, they take 80 minimum. And then they get off stage. And the only bad thing about her is that her recovery is hard
Mhm.
and her disadvantage isn't great because she doesn't have very large moves. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
She's fast.
She
She's
got some nerfs
deadly.
today, which should hopefully
Yeah.
rein her in a little bit. A lot of people were complaining like, oh, her up air didn't get touched, but I think like a lot of her combo starters did. But overall, I think yeah, very very strong character. I imagine we'll see things develop more in terms of counterplay, but it's been really fun to watch. I must be honest.
No, I agree. And she is so fun to play.
You can't kill me, I'm invincible!
Outrageously fun to play. I think she's the most fun to play. Like, her personally, just the way she moves. Her movement is so good. Her, like, the down B movement is also really insane. It's just, what the hell is, yeah, that's cool. She is an absolute nutcase of a character. She is like her archetype. She's supposed to be kind of like a Shoto, I think, where she has some really strong burst options to get in and some really quick normals and attacks. But her normal movement speed, like coupled with the plat movement and the down B cancels and the crystal dashes, is also really really insane.
Yeah, I think
That's another thing. Is if you land a side B, your opponent should die.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, 100%. That was something I wisely was talking about. How like her burst speed options are obviously very good, but like her just movement speed is really insane. That I think puts her in this spot where she's maybe the best character in the game.
Yeah,
It's
that's the thing.
difficult to say because there are some really, really good characters in this game, but Olympia
Dude.
is certainly up there.
See, there are some crazy characters. I'll say this, like, I was anticipating going into her release. I was big chilling because I thought Claren was going to do really well into Olympia because Olympia is small. She lacks a lot of range. She kind of gets eaten out. She kind of gets eaten alive by the disjoints. Sorry. It's like, dude, and she gets boxed out.
Because her
And
box eating is just crazy.
dude, and she gets like edge guarded. Like I thought my destroys would be really good on the edge, which they are. But what I wasn't anticipating was for Crystal to be such a broken projectile and for her movement speed to be so good. It just like kind of destroys the more defensive playstyle that I anticipated playing for Claren, and now I'm just like running around. I have no idea what to do. I'm getting crystals thrown at me. I get hit by it, and all of a sudden I have a radius and approximately 10 frames before I explode into a rock. And it's like Crag, but so much worse. This rock is insane because you can combo out of whatever you want. You can go for like a finisher, knock them off stage with a forward air. You can keep the juggles going with an up air if they're at low percent. You can get it. I love down airing out of the crystal. I force them right back into a tech chase, of which she can cover a lot of options in a tech chase, not necessarily in the scenario I'm describing, because in this scenario we will have used crystal, but if you're getting tech chased and they throw a crystal and they're nearby, you're either getting reset by the crystal and you're forced into a non-aggressive getup, you're getting tech chased by the crystal dash, or just tech chased by the Thanos snap. It's like the character. And that's just ignoring that, like, dude, the forward air is completely safe on shield. You can
I was just about to bring that up.
Full send a forward air into someone's shield and just like jab after or run away and you're fine.
It is
just down tilt, which is an insane move.
Her moves, her aerials are so good. They've also got like really good disjoint for how stubby her little limbs are. This doesn't seem to want to load the full.
That's another thing. Her smash attacks. Yeah, sorry. The aerials, bro.
-4, -3. That's like, oh my god.
Up air has like 4 different hitboxes, and they're all the coolest move ever. It's so cool. It's so cool, and it's so broken. The smash attacks, the strong attacks, is what I was gonna say. They blow you up. And one thing that I see a lot of people doing a lot is like if your character needs to go to the wall to recover, like mine does for Claren, if you put the crystal like right near the ledge and then you Thanos snap when they have to go to the wall, they'll pop up in the crystal and you get to forward strong them. And then they die. And it's like, what? We're allowed to do that? That's so insane. It's really insane. The strong attacks are really good. They have a deceptive amount of range just for no reason, just because of like the crystal
down strong
or whatever.
It's like everywhere around her. She's really good. Which
is incredible.
Is kind of maybe it's probably a good thing for the game to release characters that are on the stronger side, rather than be overpowered than underpowered on release, just to get more people in and checking out the new character. Because Edelus was pretty bad on release, and I think there was not really that spike in player base and probably viewership as well that they would hope for. But I think with Olympia, her just being also really, really fun and good, made a lot of people, want to check her out. I know Switch. I think you mentioned to me, like, Switch was saying you just full-time Olympia off the Zedder.
Yeah, Switch said pretty much no more Zedder, no more Maple for anything crazy. Just like Olympia is so fun and so broken that it would be stupid not to. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm considering picking up Olympia for some of the matchups that I win with Claren, but I just don't really feel like playing. like Edelus. Like that's just gotta be like a free win, no? So
she could maybe not do great off stage against Edelus.
It's hard. Well, the down B armor through the icicle, and then you do and she does kind of get like outboxed by the jabs and tilts, but
I think that's just. And then she just does the same thing to him back.
There's a skill issue, and then you hit an up air, and then it cuts to the victory screen. It's so crazy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, She is outrageous. I think the nerfs today were really good. I think
Yeah, I just pulled
making
them up.
down tilt auto floor huggable is a really good thing.
Yep.
The up special nerf is pretty good. The gem and the gem dash, and the gem broken duration. These are all good changes just to tune down while maintaining that core idea of top tier privilege that she
Yeah.
gets with the up air and the forward air, and stuff like that. While just making some outrageous things like the forward
Yeah.
special was intangible for so long.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
genuinely
insane.
did not even know that was like a thing. I guess I didn't really play
Oh yeah.
doubles or
Oh
against
yeah.
her, but yeah, I think this is definitely some conservative changes to her because they want to wait and see how people develop counterplay to Olympia to see if she really is that broken.
Yeah.
But this is a very good start running in some of the stuff that's
It-
just kind of too egregious.
It's kind of the like this whole concept though of making new characters broken for like game health and like number purposes. That's like
Mhm.
super real.
Yeah.
I come from Smash Brothers Ultimate, dude. The DLC in that game is just like they could be in Rivals. That's how broken they are. It's like it's really insane.
Good enough to be a Rivals character.
And it makes sense because you're charging $6 for a character. They better play the game for me,
That's true.
and they do. So even though that's not like necessarily the case, because we're not like the updates are free and all the characters are free,
Yep.
which is awesome. But it's like the devs definitely have an incentive to make the characters feel easier and fun, which also means that they're gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know, like at least she's not annoying, you know?
She's a
At
little
least she's fighting.
annoying.
At least she's fighting me, you know?
Yeah. You know what?
So
I think the most annoying part is just how safe so many of her moves are on shield. But
yeah. Oh yeah.
otherwise,
The
like I
block
feel
strings, dude.
yeah.
Like I'm telling you, her down tilt is multi shine. I'm telling you,
100%.
if she down tilts your shield, you have to hold that. You're in trouble.
Mhm.
You got to figure it out, buddy, because it's
Got a
really
floor hug down and away.
insane move. Yeah,
And then
that
like
coupled
try
with
to
like the
roll.
jabs,
Mhm.
but they get to block string your shield with the jabs, with even like a crystal, like into the dash to cross you up into like side B, and then they command grab you because like you're shielding because she has incredible moves, and it's crazy.
Thank
It's
God
crazy.
the ECB changes happened
Oh yeah,
because trying to hit this little rat with how like just how small her hitbox is and how much she just like
yeah,
it shifts around,
I agree.
that would be very annoying.
100%. I agree. I also think I haven't even mentioned her up throw, dude. Her throws
Yeah.
are also really good. The up throw being the most egregious one that got nerfed today, but I think it's still probably
Yeah,
gonna
they just
be
like made its knockback
pretty
scaling a little
damn
bit more.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
0.05
up throw.
more.
It's like the best up throw in the game into the best up air in the game.
Mhm.
It's broken. It's so outrageously broken, and I don't. We haven't had a major tournament with her playable yet.
Yeah.
So without
Well,
that sort of like top level footage, it's kind of hard for me to imagine where this is going to go from here, you know?
yeah. I am realizing now I never put in something for Smash Camp coming up, which we could maybe talk about briefly because hello?
Oh, hi.
Am I
You're
back?
back?
I think I'm back. I think my internet just kind of went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But we should be back.
Okay, yeah. We're back. on
Stream's
stream.
good.
We're great.
We're still
Yep.
back. When did I cut out?
Smash Camp. You just mentioned it.
All right, Smash Camp. So we got Smash Camp coming up. This is the wrong Smash Camp. Which will be featuring. Where is it?
What you said is Cake Assault,
ZB, and
Ion.
Ion.
Okay.
So
But-
Ion has been playing quite a bit of Olympia recently.
Yeah.
So at this kind of event, it's like, you know, it's not like a any sort of major, but it's a little bit more for fun.
Yeah.
We might see him whip that out. Where it's I cannot find
We'll,
it
we'll get to
on
see.
the Start GG, unfortunately. So we'll just have to use our minds to imagine it.
I mean, that's pretty much it. It's Kakasal, Ion, and ZB. Ion, we anticipate to be playing Olympia at this event.
At least a little bit of
I
Olympia.
hope. I want to because I want to see Kakasal fight Olympia in that
Mhm.
in that bracket setting to see what is really going on. And Ion is a phenomenal player with pretty much every character. So, and by pretty much every character, I mean Crag and Olympia. So that'll be
better
good.
too.
Yeah. It's okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna look
It'll be
forward
fun.
to that.
Hmm.
Let's. I mean, is Olympia OP? To answer the question, yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
and so
Yes,
is and
absolutely.
so is Rado though. Like
So are like yeah.
and like
Here's the
Zetter
thing. Here's the
Loki.
thing.
Too. I mean, not that Loki. I think he's OP.
Let's sort of segue this into our
Mhm.
next big discussion point, which is about the general health of the game, the competitive integrity, and the balance patches.
Yes.
Is Rivals heading in the right direction? Is the game fun? Does it suck? Do we hate diagonals? Is floor
Mhm.
hugging terrible? Do we think that Marlon's a baby? Is Raster over? Should they just take him out the game at this point? What are the answers to these questions?
You asked too many, so I kind of forgot
Okay.
what a lot of them
Yeah,
were.
that's fine.
But there has been quite a bit of discourse in the past like week or so in particular about the game and what kind of play style it seems to encourage based on how it's balanced.
Yeah.
Marlon has been particularly vocal about how like if he feels like a lot of characters only have like 3 good moves and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't like. I never really truly deciphered what Squanto was trying to get at with his tweets.
It was well, so there was a lot of them.
There was a
So
lot.
I don't know if there's like foul language. I don't know if we want to pull them all up, but I
Hmm.
think Squanto's pretty much main argument is that um well, it started off. I think Marlon and Squanto weren't really the ones really butting heads here. I think
No,
they were sort of
but they were
mostly,
just ones
but
saying stuff.
yeah, they were just the ones saying stuff. Marlon or Squanto was more talking about like a lot of people being like, man, Rivals 2, like the gameplay loop sucks. Like, it's just like freaking you hit your 3 buttons and you run away, and it's not as fun as Rivals 1 because I played Rivals 1 and stuff like that. Um, and Squanto was pretty much calling everyone like that neutralless and
Hmm.
sauceless and not actually knowing how to play the game. Low-key, he's based and goaded for that. Like you watch like Squanto is a deceptively good neutral game. Um, but I say deceptively just because he brands himself as like the combo Rano, which is also true. So he's pretty good. He called Rivals 1 like drop through aerial from Platform Simulator,
Hmm.
which yeah,
Yep.
it was. And you know, it was kind of a fun time, depending on who you ask. I didn't so we kind of exhibit two sides of this coin because I could never seriously I'm a very competitive person. I could never seriously competitively play Rivals 1.
Hmm.
Um because I felt like I often had no agency on the stage in the neutral game. I felt like no matter what happened, I was going to get mashed on and ran down, and like I felt like being able to shield and grab is very important to me, um sort of regardless of like if Rivals 1 had shielding and grabbing, then I think it would be sick as fuck and I would play it. But I just didn't appreciate the sort of running around throwing out moves and then killing off of it because sorry, I don't have 100 hours in every matchup. I don't know exactly
Yeah.
how to drift the eye everything. um that's sort of where I'm coming from. I don't think it makes Rivals 1 a worse game. I just really do appreciate in Rivals 2 having like that sort of defensive core of having that great movement, still having access to the parry for a lot. Maybe
Yeah.
it's way more committal, but the risk reward is really nice. And having shields, I think shields are in a pretty great state right now. I think they started off really strong in the start of the game and they've gotten a lot weaker. I like shields. I like grabbing. I even like floor hugging.
Now, may I say something before
Please,
we
please
talk?
talk to me.
Because we can say it how it is. Rivals 1
Mhm.
is combo slop. And that's awesome. I love
And that's
Rivals 1.
awesome.
You play footsies until one of you hits the other, and then they combo as long as they can with you trying to drift the eye out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really cool. That's why I liked the games, was why I started to play it in the first place. But I think what Rivals 2 has is a lot more of that intricate neutral and defense. And as you were about to say, I think floor hugging is a pretty essential part of having that sort of nuanced defense when there's still a lot of very fast options in this game. And like characters can have a lot of very low committal moves. And I think what floor hugging does is it gives you the ability to punish that without just straight out avoiding it, which is not necessarily the most viable thing with some characters.
Yeah. As I like, you could call it a necessary evil if you really, really dislike it. I don't really understand where people are coming from. It's a minority, but it's kind of vocal minority of people who think that like the game isn't moving in the right direction. Like floor hugging existing at all is an abomination. Even though I think if you look at a lot of the changes they've made in these last couple patches in particular, I think these are really incredible changes. Like not being able to floor hug out of parry stun, or not being able to floor hug out after the hit after getting flinched, right? And the great example is like if you get locks down tilted and you go like and you get flinched and then he jabs, you can't floor hug the jab after. So, and I think that's an incredible change that makes that just completely it enables you to get rewarded for hitting your opponent, which is what we want, right? And I think that I don't really understand. I understand, like you were telling me, the big thing is like getting punished for hitting your opponent feels really bad always.
I think
right?
that is something that will always be true about floor hugging, in particular for new players, because you expect you land a hit, then it becomes your turn, or things can at least reset. But that is not how this game has been designed. And I think it would be a lot worse if it was. I mean, things would have to really be redone from the ground up. Like if you couldn't,
it would be a different game.
If you couldn't auto floor hug Shine, and everything else and the rest of the game was the same, nobody would play this game, or everyone would play Zetterburn. So it'd still be, you still have like 30% of the player base. So it wouldn't be too bad. But I would call it. I think if there could be some other mechanic a defensive mechanic that could replace it, then I would maybe prefer it. But I just don't think something like that exists, and it would have to be a very different game in order for it to. Like I prefer floor hugging to having shields be really good, and I don't know. I can't think of any other like sort of defensive mechanics unless they had like a specific kind of blocking. Like you could block high and low or something.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what if you make parry like really good again? But that like doesn't solve anything. So maybe I'm stupid for thinking that. It's a lot of I think at the end of the day, like the overarching thing that we need to think about that I think the devs have been vocal about is like, this is the game that they want to make. It has floor hugging in it. They're taking steps to make floor hugging less obnoxious while still a viable defense option where you can punish your opponent for like spamming attacks in bad spots, like bad attacks in bad spots, which I think is great. I think like that happens a lot and I really value it. It's also really good for balancing certain things. Like it has a certain balance aspect to it, sort of balancing out things like Force-Burn's forward cape, which otherwise would be absurdly fucking broken. And so you have like forward cape, you have like Shine,
every jab,
pretty much every jab, a lot of Clarence moves, like dude, if you couldn't floor hug my jab, Clarence jab, or like down tilt, like the game, it transforms, it becomes a different game. I think it becomes a lot less balanced. And I think that the devs have said pretty vocally that that's not the game that they want to make. And we just kind of have to hold that, like at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
I think there are still, even though at this point I very much appreciate what floor hugging does for the game, I think to some of Marlon's points, it does mean that there are some moves that just like aren't viable to use
Yeah.
in like neutral. They're
Yeah,
either like
100%.
if they have a lot of end lag and are floor huggable, then there it's like you gotta wait till really high percents to actually get value out of them. Um, and so you're left with characters like Orcane, where you're like 70% of the time you're naring because it just does everything, which is also
Yeah.
just because that move is really good. And I think other parts of his kit could maybe use some improvements and rebalancing around that. But regardless, you do see a lot of times characters that like, okay, so low percent game, you just go for grab. And then mid percent game, you go for
Yeah.
grab with a different throw. And then and against lighter characters, you get to like down tilt or something.
Yeah. I agree. I think that that's a valid complaint from Marlon, is like that's an impact of the defensive game, is that it results in, I mean, look no further when we were talking earlier about Cake Assault's game plan against Zetterburn is to
Mhm.
take center stage and back air. And if they get too comfortable in the corner, you go and you forward cape. And if they try to hit you, you're back airing. And then if they try to go from above, you can either like react to the swing with a parry, or like keep back airing, just move a little bit further away so it hits, and like up tilt and really get something going. And I think there is a beauty in the simplicity and efficacy of that game plan, but also like it's like 3 moves. And
Mhm.
maybe it's exacerbated by Forsburn being kind of like a 3-move character. Like
Yeah.
even dude, like even in R1, like back air, down tilt,
You got
like
some more
these are the
nair
moves. These are
in
the
Rivals
moves.
1, I
Yeah,
think. But even that's like good
for
in the
sure.
air. I think
Yeah.
it does definitely feel like sometimes in terms of combo starters, you're very limited, especially compared to Rivals 1, where pretty
Yeah,
much any
for
move
sure.
could start a combo.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes that can feel a little bit boring at times. I think genuinely when they made the changes to parry and flinch, that you could no, you can't floor hug out of that, or when you get hit in those states. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I can use new moves to start combos after I land a parry or after like I hit my opponent into flinch, which I found
Yeah.
like genuinely just fun, even just pressing different buttons. So I think that's all that is a problem I have with floor hugging. But I think what we've
Mhm.
seen since the betas is the devs making improvements to floor hugging, which is probably like the most contentious mechanic in the game. And they've made
Mhm.
improvements like the ones we were just mentioning about being in flinch and being in parry stun. But even before, like it used to be able to floor hug like half the moves in one of the betas, like or like every move basically, and then they like made it
Mhm.
harder, but you made it more rewarding. So this game
Yeah.
is very much feels like in a sort of like an early access state. I think, which is kind of something they understood. They wanted it to get out though, and then like we're gonna see some bigger changes, some overarching changes to gameplay mechanics, not just individual characters, for probably a while, at least until we like
Mhm.
get like console release in the quote unquote definitive edition.
Yeah.
Uh, so to answer the question of the topic, I think yes, Rivals
Yeah.
patches are going in the right direction, and even if they make some mistakes along the way, I don't think they would necessarily avoid going back on something that they end up deciding, this isn't really good. Players weren't really liking it, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think there's just like 2 other things
Hmm.
that, or maybe like 2 like final thoughts, is like if you are hoping and praying you go to bed every night that when you wake up in the morning, Rivals 2 won't have floor hugging anymore, like it's just probably not the game for you. And that's
Yeah.
sad. It can be sad for sure, but there are lots of games that aren't for lots of people. Like for a lot of us, Brawlhalla's not our game. That game is straight dookie, and it has insane amount of players, it has an insane amount of prize pool, and that game sucks. And I can say that because it like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like. So that's one thing, is that I think floor hugging is always going to be part of the game. I think it is moving in a great direction. I think that a lot of people are looking at the state of Rivals 1 right now, or the state that you like, if you think the game's dead, that it sort of ended in, and say, wow, that's a really great state. And I agree, but that took like 7 years to get to. It wasn't always like that.
The game's been out for 10 years almost.
Yeah, it things take a while to settle in sometime, like to develop the correct counterplay. Dude, I just realized that I think that the the graphic for us at the top, the Dashback episode 6, I think that's wrong. I think it's episode 7.
Oh yeah, I never changed that.
Dude, whatever. Lamau. But
forgot that was up there.
Yeah, so I think it does do that. In terms of Marlon's case, of saying that every character only has like 3 good moves.
Every character has like 3 like good moves in neutral and like combo starters, which is a lot of the game, but you can definitely utilize more like mid combo and stuff. I don't know how they could adjust things to make more moves more viable that like aren't that it. I guess you just have to make it like
it just
back
has
hit
to be
canceling.
like
I guess is that the answer?
What'd you say?
Add back hit canceling from Rivals 1?
No, that's probably not it. It's I think it's just a lot more like fine-tuned tweaks, like push and pull, like you say, like nerfing Orcane Nair just a little bit, so you can't use it as the all move, to really let some of his other moves, which you say could use some tuning, but he's got some good ones as well.
He got some good moves.
Some damn good ones.
There was someone today in Zeke's chat, I forget who it was, with the idea of like an up air rework. This is a bit of a tangent, but like I think Orcane needs some. If they want Nair to not do everything, they need to make more of his moves do something. And it was basically like turn it into more of a combo tool, not like as much of a not try to make it a kill move. And I think that could be really good if you make it so you could like utilize the spike more. But that's a whole other thing.
Okay, yeah, you have fun in Orcane World. Yeah, the rest of us will be winning matches. So that's I'm trolling Marlon 1. Marlon 1. You went 1 and 2. Oh my god,
pizza
this guy
shop.
did not go 1 and 2. You went 1 and 2 at the pizza shop.
2 and 2 in doubles.
Who'd you beat though? Like who'd you beat?
I beat Chimp.
Oh, you beat Chimp.
Yeah,
that's really funny. I didn't see Chimp in the venue that day. I was there. You
came late. though.
I came early to singles. I came early to singles. I didn't come to doubles.
Like, we played our set.
I don't think Chimp was there. I think if I go and look at the bracket.
Well, no, because you were playing your set against that Edelus that you lost to.
Okay.
While I was playing my set.
Yeah, no. You're right. No, I did lose. And unfortunate because the first game of the bracket, I didn't have a strong button bound.
Yeah.
So I went to do my little Clarin back throw F strong, and I couldn't F strong. And what's a guy to do? So I did lose, and then I dropped down to losers bracket where who did I meet? Oh, my good friend Gary.
Yeah.
My good practice, my partner, my duo, my partner in crime, Gary. How did that go?
Well, I mean, you 3-0'd me, but like, come on. I was playing Forsburn. I'm literally a Maple player now, and I went Forsburn against you. So, like,
oh, you counterpicked me. You went Clarence worst matchup, and I took you out back, and I shot you in the head like the little piggy you are.
I mean, yeah. But no, I don't really. I was just kind of having fun. It was a fun time. I really just wanted to hop on commentary, get out as soon as I could. So.
Okay.
Shadowhawk said I was diamond, so.
Well, I guess you're diamond then.
Shall we move on, perhaps?
Yeah.
Because I've got some gatherings.
Yeah,
I've got some things I've gathered. One that I just saw while looking for the dang. Where'd it go? The dang Squanto and Marlon tweets, was this difficulty tier list that Ion and Zeke, I guess, made. Let's just some live reaction to this. Loxodon,
This is so
easiest
stupid.
character.
So stupid.
Clarence
All
Zetter,
tier lists are
second.
fucking stupid. Well, who's that little
Um,
red fella doing?
That's Knuckles, obviously.
It's just so stupid.
Okay.
It's like,
I
dude,
I think that the first three are probably that's fine. I'm fine with them being up there.
there's no way Aeolus is hard. That guy, that is one of the most brain dead characters.
I
In
think
this entire
probably
game. No
the
way.
thing that could make Aeolus hard is that so many of his moves are just really bad.
No, he's bad for sure.
So,
He's
like-
bad, but I don't think bad equals hard. I think to enter his good state, it's actually really, really easy. I think the hardest thing an Aeolus player has to do ever is dash attack cancel up strong. And I don't know, like you don't have to think about anything ever. You just don't have to think about anything. If they're off stage, you throw a side.
I think we hit I think we hit a sensitive area, guys, and I'm just
No,
gonna move on to
dude.
another tweet.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
okay.
also Aeolus. Anyways, Sophie playing some Maple.
Yeah.
Hit a fake
Sophie.
purple, I think, or they got hit by.
It's
I
not
don't
crazy.
know.
I don't know how this is even possible.
Yeah,
Against Nard, by the way.
yeah.
Low key block.
She's the goat.
It's like- No, I don't even know how this even happens.
I
Dude.
just like this. Did Lily like eat some of the knockback or something?
I don't think that's how she works, although
Well,
that might make
That
her
would-
useful.
Yeah, that might
So-
make her useful.
You know?
Anyways, we got Orimori making some fan art of Opossum. Olympia before Opossum skin was revealed. What do we got here? Oh, this was just a little offline bracket that had a Rongunshu and Marlin face off.
The
I don't know
VODs for this? God, I
I-
need that.
I think so, yeah. I'll send that to you right now before I forget.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. I need Rangunshu VODs.
We're gonna go black for a second, I think.
To get it going.
There we go.
Oh.
Yep, we're good. Let's see.
There was nothing. It was cold. There was nothing.
Anyways, a good Throne
No,
Orc
this is
clip.
crazy. This
Yes.
is crazy. No. You shut up. You shut up.
Mhm.
We were at Genesis and we saw Throne Orc, and I was like, oh my god, that's Throne Orc. And he was like, Garrett was like, who's that? And I was flabbergasted. I was like, that's how I play my bird. Like this guy. He's in all the highlight videos. He's in all the. And you're like, yeah, I don't think I know that guy.
Mhm.
And that is crazy. That is you.
I think it
you
was
also-
before
you're a
Genesis,
Taurus.
but also
it was
I
at
just
Genesis.
didn't remember the name.
Okay.
But I remember the stream
Okay.
overlay from all the Rivals community highlights.
Yeah.
Matthew Noyd of Last Stock. Oh god, that's Gore of my comfort character with Orcane being chewed apart.
Oh my god. That's fire.
Never see this is very funny. I think this is day 1 Olympia or day 2.
Little crystal action.
This is in grand finals.
I
Psycho.
couldn't tell you what happened, dude. I didn't
Just
see any
upbeat
of it.
too low, and then ready.
Oh,
Okay, but here we go. Surely doesn't SD the last
No.
through the last 3 stocks of grand
No.
finals.
you're lying.
Oh my god. This is how the reset happens. Oh, Lucas got fire. No.
You're lying, bro. Oh
Wait.
my. Oh my. Oh my god.
So to go back to what we were saying earlier, Olympia needs buffs. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. A very silly crack clip from PK.
That's ridiculous.
Lots of rock
That's the kind
action.
of change that could
in
like-
this
I love
one.
PK. PK's a
Me too.
fire player. And this is what is this? This is like either like it's like somewhere between 9 to 13 rock throws. I forget the exact number, but it's ridiculous.
Absurd.
That's the kind
Yeah.
of change that can like.
Oh man.
Insane. And then we got some Mystery Soul flipping Zeke on the when the ECB changes came through.
Oh yeah. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Damn, that beat my
I'm a few
fucking
seconds behind,
down
by the way,
air. I
but-
spaced that wrong. Holy shit.
It doesn't end in the
Dude.
flashiest way, but like the movement
yeah.
and everything is
Absolutely
just
nuts.
oh my god. Like what is that? What is this like up B ledge cancel wave land wave dash off like what? Oh
Yeah,
my
I think it's
god.
I think it's just like wait like oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Absurd stuff from Mystery Soul. But that brings us, as things tend to do, to Mender's monthly medal.
Man, you'd think by now that I'd have someone ready for like in mind.
I
for
thought
something
about
that-
reminding you today, but I decided not to.
That's low-key messed.
Mhm. It's been a while since the last one. Been over a month for the
Dude,
medal.
I'm straight up ripping it. I'm giving it to Beastly. Like,
yeah, I like that.
I went back. I watched a bunch of the top 8 today. This guy beat Spargo and Cake Assault with nothing but fury and wrath in his gameplay. When he hit 9 shines in a row on Cake Assault, I knew that was something special. That is a special player. Like, real talk, he has an incredible mind for the game. He's a very, very talented Ultimate Diddy Kong player. Who he's not exactly winning all the super majors, but he's never a guy you want to run into in bracket. He is Dandelion. He grinded all the way up to like top 5 ranked with Solo Olympia. It's really impressive.
He holds
I
2 of the
wonder-
top 5 spots in
Yeah,
NA
yeah.
right now. That's pretty
That's really
crazy.
So he's a good player. He's a damn good player.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beastly for winning
Shout out to
Mender's
Beastly.
monthly medal.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
That about does it.
That just about does it for episode 7 of the Dashback. A lot of good discussion, a lot of good recap going on today. One thing I will say, tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, I will be live on twitch.tv/Menderbug with 2 G's at the end. I will be playing games with Asashi. I'm going to be
Ooh.
playing, I'm getting some coaching from Asashi. We're going to play some games. We're going to talk about Claren. We're going to nerd out about the game. It's going to be a great time. And that begins like my grind arc. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST, Menderbug plus Asashi grind sesh. So
just real quick, this is kind of embarrassing for you. We're actually in daylight savings time, so it's Eastern Daylight Time. Kind of
It's
awkward.
EDT?
Yeah, it's EDT. That's kind of
EDT?
embarrassing for you. I would call it off personally at
No
this
way.
point. Yikes. Dude, can we get some orcs in chat for that?
Come on, don't orc my ass for that. That's crazy. No, it'll be good. That's the plan.
That'll be sick.
I'm super excited. I'm planning on going on kind of like a coaching tour, truthfully. Like, I'm gonna
That would be
session with
sick.
Asashi. I'm gonna reach out to Ron Gunchu and Zeke and Cake Assault. And like probably LP, fuck it, right? LP, fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah, fuck it. LP, fuck it.
Okay.
So it's gonna be something like
crazy.
that. Man, I love this game. We had a great time
I
at
like
a
this
regional. This past
Yeah.
week. This is a great,
Got-
great
Get
game.
some
Shout out
commentary at
New
the pizza
England.
shop. Shout out New England
Oh, yeah.
Rivals.
Shout out the
Great
pizza guy.
tournament. Cool.
Man.
I think that just
Okay.
about does it.
Yeah, that just about does it. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Goodbye.
I gotta stop waving.